List of songs about Houston. This article lists songs about Houston, Texas set there, or named after a location or feature of the city. It is not intended to include songs where Houston is simply name-checked along with various other cities, e.g. London Speed It Up, Houston Rocket, from Beyoncé's song Countdown. 0-9. 713 by the Carters. Back to Houston by Jeremy Castle. Bloody Mary Morning by Willie Nelson. Go Down Homecoming Live by Beyoncé. C. City of the Swang by Bun B featuring Slim Thug and Mike Jones. D. Dallas to Houston by SBM. Dracula from Houston by Butthole Surfers. Desires by Drake and Future. F. Fannin Street by Tom Waits. Flawless by Beyoncé. Football Time in Houston by Clay Walker. H-Town by Dizzy Rascal. H-Town by Nipsey Hussle. H-Town by Short Dog featuring Propane and Zero. Heaven, Hell or Houston by ZZ Top. Hello Houston by Keith Wallen. Hello Houston by The Starting Line. Hip Hop Saved My Life by Lupe Fiasco. Holloweezy by Lil Wayne. Home to Houston by Steve Earle. Housed Atlante Viz by Drake. Houston, I'm Coming to See You by Glenn Campbell. Houston by Aaron Watson. Houston by Chevy Woods. Houston by Dean Martin. Houston by Cows, Carl, and G. Kennedy. Houston by Mary Chapin Carpenter. Houston by Otis. Houston by R.E.M. Houston by Soul Coughing. Houston by Stephen Ashbrook. Houston Bound by Lightnin' Hopkins. Houston is Hot Tonight by Iggy Pop. Houston Means I'm One Day Closer to You by Larry Gatlin. Houston Old Head by A Dollar App Rocky. Houston, The Action Town by Juke Boy Bonner. Houston Solution by Ronnie Millsap. Houston #1 by Coldplay 2017 for the flooding. Houston Fornication by Travis Scott. Hustle Town by SBM. Houston by The Hates. I Been On by Beyoncé. If You Ever Get to Houston, Look Me Down by Don Gibson. If You Ever Go to Houston by Bob Dylan. L. Letter from Houston by Rod Wave. Living on the Edge of Houston by Reverend Horton Heat. Lord Only Knows by Beck. M. Midnight Special by Lead Belly. My Block by Scarface. N. Night Flight from Houston by Laurie Anderson. P. Purple Swag by A Dollar App Rocky. R. Rainy Day in Houston by Lightnin' Hopkins. Rothko Chapel by David Dendero. Run the World Girls by Beyoncé. S. Say Ho by Scott Miller. Space City by Baby Bash. Still Tippin' by Mike Jones featuring Slim Thug and Paul Wall. Swangin' on Westthamer by Don Toliver. By Don Toliver. Sweet by Brickhampton. T. Telephone Road by Steve Earle. Telephone Road by Rodney Crowell. They Don't Know by Paul Wall featuring Bun B and Mike Jones. Tighten Up by Archie Bell and the Drells. Tarando Laage by Esteban Gabriel. TSU by Drake. W. Welcome to Houston by Slim Thug featuring Chamillionaire, Mike Jones, Ugg Paul Wall, Young Red, Lil Keek, C-Ro, Rob G, Lilo, Big Pocky, and Mike D. Welcome to H-Town by Lickrey. White Freightliner Blues by Towns Van Zandt. References